So we have the other one. It's the other story. It's called the Zen of Every Moment. The students of Zen stay with their masters at least for 10 years before they take over to teach others. One day, Nannin accepted a visit from Tenno, who had finished his apprenticeship and had become a master himself. The day was rainy, and Tenno wore wooden slippers and held an umbrella. After he greeted him, Nannin observed, "I assume that you left your wooden slippers at the hall. I want to know if your umbrella is in the left or right side of your slippers." Tenno, confused, did not have the direct answer. He understood that he could not have the Zen of every moment. He became a student of Nannin and studied 6 more years to accomplish the Zen of every moment. Quite interesting story too. Now we have some very important aspects here. We examine through Skype lessons at the present moment due to the social situations around the globe. We examine in our 22 courses that we have which is an introductory courses to Gnosis. We examine the key of soul. This is given by Master Samael Aunveur, and it's called like this because soul in Spanish it's the sun, so it's the key of sun, we can say. And it's called like this because it's subject, object, and location. So this is a very nice technique in order to observe ourselves, for self-observation, because we have to say that there is observation, which is observation. We observe something which is out of us. Now, for example, we observe the chair, or we observe a very nice a picture, or we observe things that are outside of us. But when we observe ourselves, it's self-observation. We can understand this by the word we use. So the key of soul, it's the Zen of every moment. This is what key of soul is. It's a technique of self-observation, and it helps us to have the Zen of every moment. So what do we do with the key of soul? It's the subject. For example, we ask 3 questions: subject, object, and location. So we have subject, who am I? Object, what am I doing? And location, where am I? These questions are not to be answered immediately, but they are in order to observe ourselves. And it's a very nice key because if Tenno did this, he would know where his umbrella was. And many times, this is a very nice example because many times we are doing things that we are doing them mechanically. So we don't know where we left our keys, we don't know where we left our wallet, and maybe many times we lose things. And then we don't find them, sometimes we find them, and what is happening? It's because we don't live in the moment. So, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I? And then it's a very strong technique that if we do it in our daily lives, it's something we can do every day in our lives, every moment. It doesn't matter if we are in our jobs working, if we are driving the car, if we are washing the dishes. It doesn't matter because it's something we can do internal. It's something we can do, and we can observe ourselves at this moment and be present. It's a technique that needs to be worked throughout many days of our life, and as we work it, we will see results. It's not something that we can do right now. and we will see, of course, we will see results, but in order to see better results, we have to do it as long as we remember to do it. So there's also a book that we have in our school, which is called The Awakening of the Consciousness. It's from Master Michel, and next time in the next video we will say a story from this book. It's quite interesting. We will say much more things about awakening, and so it's very nice because also when we have the Zen of every moment, when we are doing the key of soul, the key of the sun, what comes within us, it's humility. It's like this we can see from the story. It's that the humility Tenno had, because although he was himself called a master, he stayed with Nanin to discover much more and to learn more things. So it's quite interesting, isn't it, that what we said in the first story, he thought that I have some things to learn to be better person, because if we don't think that we have learned everything, that we know everything, and that we have all the answers for the questions in our lives, then we are open to new, and then there is always something new to learn. And by doing this technique, the key of soul, many new things will be observed in ourselves that we didn't know, and it's something that it becomes deeper throughout time, throughout using, because it's Gnosis is something that we have to has to be put into practice, and this is a practice given, very nice practice, in order to be able to achieve Gnosis. The Gnosis, the knowledge that is within us, and cannot be taken from anyone. So the next story, it's the Land of the Dreams. Very nice story. A student of Soyen Saku was narrating. Our master at school used to take a nap every evening. We, the children, asked him why he did this, and he told us, I am going to the land of the dreams, to meet the old sages just like Confucius did. When Confucius was asleep, he was dreaming ancient sages, and later he shared to his followers what had been taught. It was a very warm day, and so many of us took a nap. Our master was scolding us, and some said, We went to the land of the dreams, as Confucius did, to meet the ancient sages. Really, the master said, and what was their message? And one of us answered, We went to the land of the dreams, and we met the wise ones, and we asked them if our master was coming here every evening, but they said they have never seen that man. Okay. It's a very funny story. As it says, the land of the dreams. It's a subject we also study in the lectures we are giving. The 22 lectures. It's a subject that we're studying, which is called. It's about the astral plane. We're not going to develop this subject right now, but we can say a few things. So, this has a strong relation with the astral travel. What is the astral travel? It's when we fall to sleep, our body, our physical body, the body that we all can see now, rests, and then we are going to the land of the dreams. This is the astral plane. It's the land where we have our dreams. It's the land where we are dreaming. And we can learn through many techniques that can be taught. You can check also from Master Samael the Secret Doctrine of Anáhuac, his book, or the 7 words. There's another book which is called The Major Mysteries and The Perfect Matrimony. You can see many things about astral travel there and be informed from the master. So there is the astral travel. In order to be able to travel with our astral body, we have to first of all to say that it's close related to the fifth dimension with the emotional center, and it's a very important aspect. Master Samael Aunver says that it's very important for a student and aspirant of the esoteric road to be able to travel consciously with his astral body. So why this? Because in this plane, as the story says, and this is why we chose it. We can take direct teachings from masters, because a master has a physical body, but he also has an innermost. His innermost is not in this, can be expressed in this plane, but it is not of this plane. So he can also, the innermost of a master can be also found in the astral travel, and we can take teachings from this experience when we are going to sleep. But in order to be able to wake up in the astral plane, we have to make great efforts in our daily lives when we are from the moment we wake up until the moment we fall asleep. We have to make many efforts during our day to be present in the moment. There is a very nice technique that Master Samael Aunver introduces, that it's very simple, that when you think you're dreaming, maybe you could make a small jump, and then if you float, if you start not float, if you start flying, then you will be sure that you are in the astral plane, and then you can be asked to take teachings from masters. You can ask to be taught by great masters, or to learn things that are strongly connected with the esoteric work. So this is very important aspect, and this is something that we examine in the 22 courses that we have, and you can send us an email in order to start through Skype.